Сила волі, неординарна зовнішність. Також це не усі українські чули.
Ukraine, a country in Eastern Europe, a country full of war, is a well-known thing. But what you don't know, only this video will reveal. It is a country with beautiful women like the eighth wonder. But there are people who still bring strange tastes, turning themselves into the person with the highest cheekbones in the world, receiving countless criticisms. Did you know that the taboos of Ukrainians are so strange that careless tourists bring disaster to themselves? And there are countless other interesting facts in this country waiting for you to discover. Join Top 10 Mysteries to watch the video, 8 Strange Things Only in Ukraine. Europe's largest country owns many top 1. Until now, you thought Russia was the largest in Asia, but yes, Russia is the largest country in the world, but its territory is located on 2 continents, Asia and Europe. So if you count only the countries that are completely in Europe, Ukraine is the largest in terms of area. The total area of Ukraine is 603,628 square kilometers, nearly 3 times that of the United Kingdom, beating the second largest country, France, 20 times the area of Belgium, and 1.82 times that of Vietnam. Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, is also known as the Mother of Russian Cities, because it was once the center of ancient Russia, which appeared 1,000 years ago. So it is not surprising that the majority of the country's population speaks both Russian and Ukrainian. And Ukrainian is ranked 3rd among the most beautiful languages in the world. You just need to hear it to know why. However, many people consider Russian to be the language of power, the language of the rich, so they are ashamed of themselves when speaking Ukrainian, and the 2 languages are quite similar. In Russian, the word ugly is urodlivy, but it sounds similar to vrodlivy, handsome, in Ukrainian. So if you criticize him, sometimes people will thank you for complimenting him. In terms of population, the country has 37.8 million people and a median income of $3,724. It is also nicknamed the breadbasket of Europe, due to the large export of wheat and food to Europe. Since July 1, 2023, Ukraine has exported 13.8 million tons of corn, nearly 10 million tons of wheat, and 1.5 million tons of barley. It also ranks 1st in the world for exporting sunflower and sunflower oil, ranked 3rd in potato production. Industry is no less. Ukraine ranks 3rd in iron exports and gas production. Titanium exports are in the top 5, ore and zinc are in the top 9. It is also a resource-rich country, ranked 1st in Europe in terms of uranium ore reserves, ranked 2nd out of 1 series from iron ore reserves, about 30 billion tons, then mercury and titanium. If it were not for the constant war, it would have been very strong. Next, you will understand why Ukraine is considered a destination for men. The country has beautiful women like the 8th wonder. Maybe you don't know, but Ukraine's specialty is that there are many beautiful girls. Not far away, but look at the wife of a goalkeeper in Vietnam, Dianka Zakidova, born in 2000 in Ukraine. The girl has many invited shows thanks to her beauty and hot body. After marrying a Vietnamese husband, she was quickly voted the top when comparing his beauty with the wives of other players. Going to the hairdresser alone also makes the hairdresser distracted. Even the beauty of her mother is no less. It can be seen that, although she is about to enter the age of U50, her mother is still beautiful. Return to Ukraine, where no beauty is considered the norm. Her beauty is very diverse. She has shiny blonde hair, and she is pure black and charming. Young women with soft pink and white skin, there is no shortage of long legs with low red skin with freckles. The common point is that they all have blue eyes with 2 eyelids that attract the soul of the opposite person. So what in Ukraine has created so many beautiful girls? The grand hypothesis is that this is the result of the uncontrolled mixing of bloodlines in many invasions and assimilation of ethnic groups. In the past, Ukrainian lands were invaded by Mongols, Khazars, and Asian nomadic tribes. Besides, the factors of climate, soil, self-love, and trendy fashion sense have contributed to creating beauty from all angles. Of course, everything has 2 sides, because everyone is beautiful, so the pressure on themselves to be beautiful is great. Some women here are obsessed with cosmetics, so much so that they can't leave the house without makeup, wanting to look a little difficult to look at their faces. However, it is not always beautiful to be loved. Ukrainian women suffer from extreme domestic violence. Ukrainian police recorded 349,355 cases from January to May 2023. The reason comes from war poverty, and the law only punishes imprisonment for a maximum of 2 years, and many offenders are fined between 170 and 340 hryvnia, UAH, about 4 to 8 USD or public service fines. As long as the punishment is severe, they will not dare to reoffend. Beautiful is right, but still has a strange sense of beauty, and that's the following girl. The strange beauty of the girl with the biggest cheekbones in the world. Model Anastasia Pokreshchuk from Kyiv, Ukraine is known as the woman with the largest cheekbones in the world. This is the result of a transformation process that costs thousands of dollars from countless filler injections. At the age of 26, Anastasia began plastic surgery. However, instead of finding a trusted esthetician, this model decided to inject hyaluronic acid into her cheeks herself. Since posting beauty photos after cosmetology on an account with more than 375,000 followers on Instagram, this girl's life has faced many difficulties, being criticized by everyone all the time. After all, Anastasia is still proud of this artificial beauty and says she has never been a sugar baby to have money for beauty, despite receiving countless tempting messages from men who are attracted to her appearance. Vietnam often says that high cheekbones are murderous, but this girl is not sure that she intends to get married and shared that she does not want to have children but prefers to adopt children. However, when I look back at the photos when I was not aesthetically pleasing, many brothers told me to return them to the old days. Strange aesthetic taste. But what about taboos that should not be committed next in this country? Taboos of Ukrainians. The first is to sit in the corner of the table. Ukrainians don't want women to sit at an angle on a square or rectangular table, especially for unmarried daughters, because Ukrainians believe that if you let your unmarried daughter sit in the corner of the table, it will be difficult to get a husband. The second taboo is not to test other people's rings. If you borrow a ring and try it on, when you return it, you have to blow it 3 times to get rid of the bad energy. Those 3 blows symbolize 3 things. 1 is the energy of the father, 2 is the son, 3 is spiritual peace. Oh, but I found out that they wear wedding rings on their right hand instead of their left hand as usual. The third thing that men must remember carefully is the prohibition of playing cards. Christians in Ukraine are not allowed to play cards because this is considered part of the world of gambling, full of sin and temptation. But the wine is comfortable. Ukraine ranks 4th among the countries that drink the most alcohol, with an average Ukrainian adult drinking about 27.5 liters of alcohol per year. Next is not celebrating 40th birthday. It is more likely that this taboo originated from the ancient state of Kievskaya Rus, also known as Kiev Rus, which held that people only really leave the world from the 40th day after death. In the 17th century, the time limit for determining whether the deceased had formed a relic or not was also 40 days. Therefore, Ukrainians abstain from the number 40, almost like many countries abstain from doing important work at the age of 49 or 53. Related to that, you are also not allowed to give a watch. This concept also comes from China, and Ukraine believes that giving a watch is considered an invitation to a funeral, hoping that the other person will die quickly. You should also not take out the garbage after sunset, which means that you are taking your money and wealth out of the house or receiving something that is not good. Have you heard what Easter eggs are made of and how valuable they are? Let me tell you. Admire the Easter egg. The Easter egg, also known as the Paschal egg with a pattern like no other, in Ukraine, is a symbol of resurrection, rising from the dead, to do something else, not to put it in the mouth to eat. In the past, people used real eggs and then took crayons and began to paint to show that they themselves had 10 hand flowers, to produce more elaborate decorations than nail technicians to decorate statues. Creativity is second to none, so they then create many different variations. Eggs made of chocolate wrapped in colored paper, or hand-carved wooden eggs or plastic eggs filled with candy. Sometimes eggs will be dyed red to commemorate the death of Jesus. At the aristocratic level, with a faint smell of money, the version of the Fabergé Easter egg made of gold and gems was born, which is a rare treasure that everyone wants to own. An estimated 69 Fabergé eggs have been made so far, mainly thanks to the craftsmanship of jeweler Peter Carl Fabergé, and 52 of them were made for the royal family. The most expensive fruit can cost millions of dollars, and the largest Easter egg on Earth, weighing 1.2 tons, recognized by Guinness World Records, was born in Belgium, made entirely of chocolate. Of course, the name says it all. It means a lot. In Ukraine, eggshells are thrown on the roof to protect the house from evil spirits and hung around the necks of infertile women to give birth. The Czechs in Vojvodina keep the eggs next to the holy images for 2 to 3 years. If anyone is injured, break the eggs, grind them into a fine powder, and sprinkle them on the wound to let the young skin heal quickly. During Easter, give eggs to show good wishes. As a country at constant war but very optimistic, on May 1st, 2024, hundreds of Ukrainians gathered in the capital Kiev to draw Easter eggs. Within 7 hours, 850 resurrection eggs were completed. Finally, Ukrainian wives and mothers often give their husbands and sons an Easter egg as a talisman. If only this egg could save the lives of people who died because of the next virtual photo shoot. The tragedy of the ill-fated female police officer when she was engrossed in posing for photos. The creepy video captures the moment an unusually large wave in the Black Sea swept away a female police officer while she was posing for a photo. The incident took place on June 2, 2024, in the city of Odessa in southern Ukraine. The 20-year-old policewoman was posing for a photo near the edge of the breakwater when she was suddenly knocked down by a large wave and swept into the sea, causing her to be unable to react and helplessly drift away and disappear. The victim's friends were extremely scared and immediately called for help. Divers from Ukraine's National Emergency Service then joined the search for the missing policewoman. As soon as the video was posted, it caused a wave of netizens. Many people asked why many men nearby did not hurry to save, but only stood and watched. Others blamed the girl for being too passionate about virtual life. This is not the first time someone has died from selfies. Previously, in 2016, at Murud Beach, India, 14 students, including 10 female students and 4 male students, drowned after wading to the shore to take pictures. Many have died by climbing television towers, suspension bridges, or dangerous high-rise structures to take selfies or record video clips. The world's second deepest subway station. Arsenalna in Ukraine's capital Kiev is the world's second deepest metro station at 105.5 meters below the ground, behind only North Korea's 110-meter Pyongyang station. According to this depth, if you make a vertical axis from the ground, it is possible to place the entire Statue of Liberty here, which still has more than 12 meters left. Because it was built in the middle of the height of the Cold War, when the United States and the Soviet Union regularly threatened to destroy each other with nuclear weapons. So they designed an explosion-proof steel door that would be lowered when there was a nuclear alarm, sealing the tunnel at the end of the escalator, forming a safe shelter. The reason Arsenalna is the deepest metro station in the world is its geographical location. The entrance to the station is located at the highest point of the high bank of the Dnieper River that flows through the city of Kiev. This station is designed to be multi-story. The platform is separate, not located in the same central corridor in another mass style. To catch a train here, passengers have to go down 2 escalators, which takes about 5 minutes. Country of 7 World Heritage Sites. Despite its devastation, it cannot be forgotten that Ukraine is home to 7 World Heritage Sites, including the 11th century St. Sophia's Church in Kiev, the ancient city of Chersonesus, and the primeval forests of the Carpathians. Another legacy is the Struve Arc, a chain of triangular survey stations that stretches from Hammerfest in Norway to the Black Sea in Ukraine. Next, if you want to see the tank graveyard, you have to go to Ukraine. Located on the outskirts of the city of Kharkov, in eastern Ukraine, it is home to more than 400 old tanks. Few people know that it used to be a large tank repair factory, repairing more than 60 tanks and 55 engines a month. But after bankruptcy in 1991, it was abandoned and gradually sank into oblivion, now only calling scrap metal dealers to come and go. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching this moment. If you pray for a more peaceful country, comment on the word "Stop the War," and I don't know when it will stop. Don't forget to give Top 10 Mysteries 1 like and 1 subscribe. Now goodbye and see you again in the next videos.